Imagine opening a book so strange that every expert who studies it walks away with a different truth. A book where the plants look familiar, but not quite, as if they belong to a world that almost touches our own. This is the core of the conflict that has gripped researchers from the 2000s to today, the battle to identify the impossible flora of the Voynich Manuscript. For more than a century, the manuscript has taunted linguists, historians, and cryptographers. But in the 21st century, attention sharpened on a single deceptively simple question. What plants are these? Because if we could identify even one with certainty, we might unravel the world the manuscript came from, and maybe even the meaning behind its indecipherable script. Researchers gathered in climate-controlled archives, hovering over those pages like detectives around a crime scene. The illustrations were lush, colourful, almost childlike, yet wrong in ways that prickled at the brain. Leaves curved in unnatural symmetry, roots tangled like coded messages. Flowers appeared to be hybrids of species that never existed in the same hemisphere. But every scientist who looked saw something different. Some proclaimed the drawings were stylized versions of real medieval herbs, that the distortions came from a forgotten artistic tradition. Others swore they were encrypted diagrams, not plants at all. And then came the radical theorists who insisted the flora belonged to extinct species, or plants from lands not yet discovered when the manuscript was written. Botanists pored over the shapes, matching leaf margins, root clusters, stamen formations, only to reach wildly conflicting conclusions. A plant identified as sunflower by one team was confidently labelled heliotrope by another. A supposed water lily was, according to others, a composite drawing of two unrelated species. In online forums, academic journals, conference halls, and late-night email chains, the arguments grew fierce. But the deeper they dug, the stranger it became. Some illustrations matched no known plant on Earth. Others seemed to merge characteristics from species separated by oceans. And a few looked like botanical illusions, as if the artist cared less about reality and more about something symbolic, ritualistic, or entirely personal. The conflict escalated when high-resolution scans were released to the public. Suddenly, thousands of hobby researchers, cryptographers, gardeners, and curious minds joined the hunt, each convinced they saw something everyone else had missed. Instead of clarity, the noise grew louder. Patterns appeared, then dissolved. Certainties evaporated. And yet, something remarkable happened. The argument itself became the key. Scholars realized the plants might not belong to any single geography, culture, or taxonomy. They might represent a fusion, a map of knowledge stitched from many worlds into one secret book. A manuscript not meant to document reality, but to create one. And so the mystery endures, not because the plants cannot be identified, but because they were never meant to fit our categories in the first place. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.